Hello, we are Phillips Architects, and our team comprises me, that's Tim, and Ashmi and Alex. And some of you have met us already at the engagement event a couple of weeks ago, and we'll be the people that you're talking to throughout the process. As a practice, what we do is predominantly housing and regeneration for local authorities and communities throughout London. So it's a sector we know very well. And we want to work with you in a really collaborative manner to create the Convent way that you want to see. And we'll be using site walkarounds, meetings, models, presentations, animations, websites, and all sorts of interactive ways to really engage with you and understand what it is that you would like to see in the new Convent way. A successful outcome for us is one where what you've said ended up being what we did. And that has to be the basis of the collaboration between us. I'll pass on to Alex, who's going to talk about our first ideas.
I will now talk about how our initial design proposals respond to your comments and feedback. We will create 3 new well-designed parks. Between those parks, we are creating 4 clear neighbourhoods with distinctive characters defined by the landscape. A woodland neighbourhood, an orchard neighbourhood, courtyard neighbourhood, and a garden neighbourhood, creating an identity to your new home. We will initially build 2 new buildings on the existing car park to the south of the street, allowing existing residents to move into these before any demolition. No one will move more than once. Each phase will create a neighbourhood and a park, allowing the diverse community to grow and develop from the beginning. You have mentioned the need for flexible spaces, new shops, co-working spaces, and a nursery or healthcare centre. This view shows the heart of one of the neighbourhoods, where these spaces will be provided at ground floor, creating a vibrant community where everyone can get to know one another. Each neighbourhood park will provide a variety of spaces you have mentioned to us, play spaces, allotments, well-designed landscapes to encourage outdoor events, but also quiet, calm and safe spaces for all age groups. This view looks across one of the neighbourhood parks, showing a high-quality landscape which utilises the great existing trees and provides play space embedded in it, along with communal allotment beds to the rear next to the ground floor community hall, and in the foreground, the quiet private gardens within each neighbourhood. To achieve the amount of green space across the site, the car parking and cycle storage is tucked under the new building, as shown in this section. This is safe and secure, whilst also providing private gardens on top of the parking for each neighbourhood. We will not build taller than 9 stories, which is illustrated here in relationship to the existing 13-storey tower. This also addresses your concerns regarding fire safety, not building tall buildings, not using flammable materials, and providing fire detection and sprinklers across the site. I will now pass you over to my colleague Ashmi.
I'm going to talk about how we'll be creating new homes that respond to some of the comments that you made to us at the previous workshops. We understand that choice is really important and lots of people are currently living in overcrowded homes. So one of the ways that we can tackle this issue is by providing a range of different homes on each floor at every size. We also know that having a light and spacious home is really important. So each of those properties, no matter how big, will be dual aspect, which means that it looks in 2 different directions and has fantastic views, ventilation and light throughout the day. Here is a plan of a typical 3-bedroom flat, describing our flexible approach to design to provide the residents of Convent Way with more choice. Some people prefer to have an open plan living and kitchen room, whereas other people prefer to separate those 2 spaces. We'll design a series of homes with different options so that you can choose the best home for you and your family. And we'll also have flexible spaces with sliding partitions that you can open and close to the living space to use as you wish. During lockdown, many people were working from home, so we'll also create dedicated home office spaces. And we understand, of course, that you currently don't have outdoor private space, so each property will have its own garden or balcony that looks over the spectacular green spaces we hope to provide for you. And finally, we'd just like to say thank you for listening, and we really look forward to working with you in the future and hearing your views about these proposals.